are again. The motor on our mx350 build, the 36 volt, died. So anybody who's going to tell you that you can overvolt and overamp these motors is not technically incorrect. But you're reducing your life cycle. The first one lasted about a year. The second one, after we put it in, lasted a day. That's because we were doing off-roading, so it was under a lot more strain. So we pulled it out, and I picked this out of the garage. This is a 48 volt, 1000 watt my1020 motor. It's the only motor we got, so we're going to see how fast it is. And I made this. Let's see if you can see it. This is an adapter plate. This allows me to put a standard 1020 motor into the MX frame. I've got slide slots here so we can adjust the chain line. Those are the original bolt pattern. So when it goes in, we'll go in with spacers and sit nicely. I'm going to go ahead and install that. Be back. So here it is. It's got some standoffs out there to raise it up above the frame, because otherwise it wouldn't clearance over here. Keeps it roughly the same spot as the original drive line. It's a little further forward, so I'm not going to be able to run the chain guard without modifying it. And it looks like I got to take another link out of my chain, but it should get up and go. Next step is to wire it all up, and then I set it up with an XT60 connector on the motor, because the old spade connector there melted down when the motor went. Otherwise, she needs tires and she needs front brake pads, but it'll move again. Right, here we go. No plastics on it yet. Wiring's done, controller's in, chain's shortened, tire's bald, and the front brakes pads need to be replaced, but she will move. Alright, here we are, final product. Plastic's back on. Did have to modify the chain guard, but I wanted to have at least most of it on, because kids are crazy and they do things like ride their bikes without their shoes tied or whatever. So I say that as I'm about to go test ride it with a pair of flip-flops. So I guess I'm a hypocrite. That's alright. See how fast it goes. Dropped the gear ratio, or I increased the gear ratio pretty substantially over before, but it's a much more powerful motor, so I'm hoping they balance out and it's not too nuts and or too weak. I'll be back.